on this episode of the morning stream. All right. Whoops. That's not a show title. Hold on. TMS 1632. Yeah.
By my count.
All right. Here we go, everyone. It all starts in 3, 2, 1. Coming up on TMS, you like sauce or side?
Does this look infected to you?
Mmm, raccoon.
Hi, it's your dad.
R. Kelly is hiding.
Probably in the closet. Costco wants to hook you up for a gooey 20 years.
Making things with Bill and jury duty and more on this episode of The Morning Stream.
A year ago, you would have been revulsed at the thought of heroin, but now it's an easy step from marijuana to heroin.
We also saw this dog with a banana.
It's still doing it. Hold on. I'm playing that separate. I don't understand. Okay.
We also saw this dog with a banana.
How is it doing that again? Oh.
We also saw this dog with a banana.
I get it.
Do you have two things assigned to the same letter?
Yes. Okay, now I play it normal.
I played the flute.
It didn't do this earlier when I was testing it. Okay, here, final one.
We also saw this dog with a banana.
The Morning Stream. Why, oh why did I take the blue pill?
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to TMS. It is January 15th, 2019. I'm Scott Johnson. He's Brian Ibbett, and good morning.
Good morning. Hello. Happy Tuesday to you.
Oh, I just scratched my shoulder and realized I had a zipper there, and that hurt. I got a nut. What's this for?
In your shoulder.
Yeah, what's this for? Where it goes in here? Nothing.
That's if you're like a skier, so that's like one of those like Patagonia type jackets, right? Like
it's just a shirt,
fleece.
As far as I know. What is
this? It's a shirt.
Yeah, it's like an Adidas like a tracksuit top.
So like if you're running, you don't want to have to like put stuff in your pockets that as you're jogging are going to constantly be slamming your unit. So you put that in your arm pocket.
Oh, all right. I bet my phone would fit in here maybe or something.
You put your weed in there.
Ah, this is where you put your weed. All right.
Put your weed in there.
That hurt. I got to remember that's there. Hey, everybody. Welcome back. It's another fine episode of the Morning Stream. We're excited to be here and bringing you the quality entertainment you've come to know and love from Scott and Brian. Brian, there's a lot of things we do on the show.
Yes.
Sometimes we report on a thing that happened. Sometimes we talk about a dog.
Sure.
Or a weird food thing we had. And we sometimes, very rarely, but sometimes, we take a dumb internet quiz.
Oh, good. All right.
Yeah. And today, I thought it'd be fun if we did one of these dumb BuzzFeed things, because we haven't done it in a while. And the question is food-related. Sides or sauces? Okay, so the point of this one is...
this link as well? Do we do this together?
Yes, we can do this together.
Okay.
So the headline is, do you prefer sauces or sides? And I assume what they mean by that is like you want to dip it or you want to have a side of a thing, I guess.
Well, because it does look like all of these things, right? Or have a sauce poured on top of them, not necessarily dipping, because there's some that are just
right. So like the very first one is chicken nuggets with dip or a side of fries. So here are the chicken nuggets.
Will this at the end tell us which Lady Gaga song we are?
One can only hope.
Yeah.
That is the one. At least that we get out of this. I'm hoping. So let's see how we do here. I'm going to choose dip because I don't like fries.
Yeah, so first one for me, chicken nuggets, for sure dip. Those things are dry, and they've been sitting in the Oval Office for hours.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're cold. They're just in that cold Lincoln room.
Right. I know. What the hell?
Yeah.
That's right, not the Oval Office, the Lincoln.
Whatever that was.
That's a different topic for a different time.
Yeah. Those filet-o-fish ain't going to eat themselves is all I'm saying.
Oh. They might if you leave them out long enough.
That's true.
At least at McDonald's you get a heat lamp.
Yeah, no kidding.
Who knows how many hours those things sat for before the tigers finally showed up.
And the one thing somebody did point out is the gravy boats that the nugget dipping sauces were put in are like these commemorative ancient Lincoln era gravy boats. Like, can you imagine the person who really takes pride in what they do there, going, I guess we could put this.
Someday this will be filled with honey mustard. That one will be filled with sweet and sour.
Somebody did the math. They figured out what it cost. You want to know what it cost for all that food?
Oh no, huh?
Which he, the whole thing was
came out of his pocket.
He was saying, I pay for it myself. Those damn Democrats keep the government shut down and all that stuff.
Right.
It's not that much money. It was, a normal state dinner that they would normally throw for somebody, probably 30 or 40 grand.
Right. This, I'm guessing, was under 5,000.
It was $2,400.
There we go. So half.
Yeah. And you know why the most of it was McDonald's? Because most of it was on the dollar menu cheapy meal list.
Oh no, really?
Yeah. Oh. So there you go. I think that just says a lot.
Know this is just the sad state, right? Like, oh my God, we won the national championships. We're gonna get to go to the White House, and they come back and so tell us about your White House trip. Well, I had a quarter pounder with cheese.
Had a Big Mac.
That they kind of sitting around for a while, but
yeah, but they had nice candles. They lit candles.
But the candles were lit. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so weird. I know what he's doing. I know what he's thinking. He's thinking, yeah, good old fashioned. Everyone loves a burger. Like,
right.
He basically fed them what he loves. So,
right,
fine,
exactly.
Whatever.
Surprised didn't just say, "Hey, you guys want to go in on a pizza?"
Yeah, no kidding. And they did have a couple of pizzas, but it was like 2 pizzas from Domino's. They were Domino's pizzas, just on the corner of some other table. I should send you this article. It's great. They did a whole breakdown of the table. They have this whole chart of what was on what plate.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, because I'm curious about what the heck that was in the weird plastic bags on the left side that looked like they had a hot dog and marinara sauce.
Oh, yeah. They totally show you what that is, actually. Yeah, that's a good point. Okay. I'll find that and we'll look at it. Second choice. So we're in the majority here. 62% of people say they would like their chicken nuggets with some sort of dip and not with a side of fries. So we're in the majority. Okay, pizza with garlic and herb dip, or pizza and garlic bread.
I'm not much of a dip my pizza kind of guy, even if they give me like a side of ranch or a side of marinara sauce.
Right.
I'm give me, I'll take some garlic bread on the side. I love a good garlic bread anyway.
I do too. I'm going to do the same.
Marco's does, no, not Marco's. Papa John's. They would do like a side of ranch and then a side of butter.
Yeah, and
like
also
you have
to ask for it, but you can get a side of racism there as well, which is pretty good. It's pretty good stuff.
Yes.
So 59% of voters went the way we did, pizza with garlic bread. So well done.
Yep. All right. Good.
Steak with your choice of sauce or steak with mashed potatoes? This is
Does
a
it
hard
have to
one.
be mashed potatoes? I mean, I like mashed potatoes and all, but I like a good baked potato. I'm still doing the mashed potatoes.
That's totally
the only sauce that I want with my steak is raw horseradish.
Yeah.
So does that? I would take the raw horseradish over the potatoes, though. Does that count? Like, would I do sauce then?
Yes.
That's not a sauce.
If you'd prefer it, well, I don't know. Is it? It's not a sauce?
I don't think that's a sauce.
Okay.
I think that's a condiment because it's not saucy.
Right. It's kind of more. It's chunky and.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think you probably still have to go potatoes then. I like some blue cheese on my steak. Blue cheese.
Nice. Yeah.
66%. We're in the clear majority here. Wow.
Totally in the majority. All right.
Pancakes with maple syrup or pancakes with lots of crispy bacon? I mean, I love bacon, but I ain't eating no pancakes without no syrup on it.
Pancakes without syrup are
sacrilege.
Exactly. Kind of flavorless. I'm having to go maple syrup on this.
Oh, clear majority. 70%.
Sorry, Zoe.
Yeah, this is the Apple App Store revenue split, 70 to 30. 30% to those bacon people. I mean, I love bacon, don't get me wrong. All right, grilled skewers with yogurt dressing or grilled skewers with couscous.
I would go those grilled skewers look good.
Yeah,
I'd go with the couscous.
Oh, really? I'm gonna say this is where we split. I'd go this sauce, this yogurt dressing. So let's see how we did here.
I like how it also says skewers with couscous on the photo. Wit couscous.
That's fantastic. 59%. I am in the majority. Brian is in the
You are.
minority, but not by much. 41. It's not bad.
Not by much.
Not
That's
bad.
all right. That's all right. More couscous for me.
Here we have.
Good-looking couscous. Lots of chunky vegetables in there.
Here's a nummy one: chocolate brownie with chocolate fudge sauce, or with a side of ice cream.
Easy decision.
What do you do?
Scoop of vanilla, scoop of chocolate. Don't waste my time. You give me the ice cream, because if it's a good brownie, you don't need sauce on it. Why do you need chocolate fudge sauce on a chunk of chocolate fudge?
I don't know why I do, but I do. All right, I'm
Okay.
choosing that one. What'd you choose? Oh, you chose the clear majority.
I chose the brownie with ice cream. Come on now. Especially if it's a
83%.
warm brownie
Yeah.
with ice cream. Come on now.
I like a chocolate on top of chocolate on top of chocolate kind of arrangement.
It's your death by chocolate.
Yeah.
This was what it'll say on your tombstone. Death
Yep.
by chocolate.
Yep. So we got 83%. Well done. You did that. You killed that one. All right, here we go. Regular burger with all the condiments, or a plain burger with fries.
Oh.
Depends on the fries.
Depends on the fries. Depends on with all the condiments. So, we're talking mustard, ketchup, all that stuff. The
Everything.
plain burger looks really sad.
It kind of. It
a
looks like it
sad
might be
burger.
okay with more stuff on it, but yeah, it looks pretty
Yeah.
sad. I'm going with the condiments. You gotta load me up, dude.
Yeah, exactly. I see bacon on that burger, and that'll make up for the bacon I didn't have with my pancakes this morning.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. Not
much
very
closer.
close. Yeah, 53-47. All right, ribs with barbecue sauce or with mac and cheese. Oh, I love both of these things.
You know what? I bet I'm gonna go minority here. I'm gonna say with mac and cheese, because if those are really good smoked ribs, the last thing you want to do is mask the flavor. So give them to me without the sauce.
I agree. I'm with you. We are in the
Good
minority
smoked
though
rib.
by 33%.
Totally.
But I am 100% with you. That's
Yeah.
you're right on that. Okay, our final one. Excuse me. Turkey with gravy, or turkey with no gravy but all of the sides.
Gravy's a side.
Yeah. Also, why are people eating just turkey and gravy and that's the whole meal? That's terrible.
Yeah, it's terrible. So, question. It looks like there's gravy on the mashed potatoes. Can I have gravy on the mashed potatoes?
I'm going to say
Or,
yes.
is it a completely sans gravy meal?
I'm going to say because that photo has gravy on those potatoes. I think it does.
It looks like it does. So then
I think I'm going that.
could I take the dry turkey and dip it in my
Yeah,
potato
eat it
gravy?
any way you want.
I'm doing that. Turkey and sides,
Yeah.
baby. Oh, look at that.
Oh, 50-50. Are you kidding? Wow.
Wow.
Slight lead, though. 11.8 thousand votes for what we chose. 11.7 thousand. So we're just 0.7
barely-
off. Yeah.
Barely over the majority.
Yeah.
By the way, Paula Deen accounts for about 40% of those votes.
Well,
I'm on vote multiple times. How many browser windows can I have open?
can I make love to my tater? I haven't heard from her in a while. Let's see. Do we have that? We have that.
Of course we do.
Yeah, here we go.
And if y'all will excuse me for a couple of minutes, I'm going to finish making love to my tater.
It's the couple of minutes part I always forget about. She only needs a
Couple
couple of minutes.
minutes.
I only need a couple of minutes to make love to my tater. I make love to my tater. What is she doing now? Is she up to anything?
She is on her way to Pigeon Forge, Tennessee for a book signing
Really?
right this moment. Yes, in 4 hours or at 5 p.m., she'll be at the Paula Deen's Family Kitchen location at Pigeon Forge, Tennessee.
I'll tell you what that is.
It's very distressing.
Yeah. It's very distressing.
Your butt is going to be mine.
Well, I'm glad she's...
But just throw a rock and bash my head in.
No.
Oh, buttery goodness of Paula Deen.
In the clear and have never said anything.
Yeah.
Glass house, something I don't know.
Yep.
Pick a potato.
Yep. She still hates black people, probably. So here's the deal. We did it. We've done it. We've done our BuzzFeed
Yes.
work for probably the next quarter. We don't need to be in here very often, but yeah.
Paula Deen sounds just like Ken Kratz. She kind of did.
Yeah.
Well, that's the potato lovemaking session sound.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, she was super into it. For a long time, my wife really liked her segments on Food Network.
yeah.
Because she made really tasty, fattening, home-cooked, Southern food.
I think secretly we all wanted a little one basket deep fat fryer built into our kitchen island that we could just turn on and say, "No, you know what I feel like? I feel like a hush puppy right now."
Yeah, that's such a thing, right? People have that. You could build one in. Couldn't you?
Yeah, no, she had that on her show.
Did she have one? I don't remember.
Yes.
Oh,
it was like she just had her like cooking island, marble top cooking island, or kitchen island, and right on one side was a cutout, little square cutout with a deep fryer basket that you could then put a marble top over to have a completely covered marble top. But if you lifted that marble top, boom, there was a little deep fat fryer in a basket thing that you just like go and turn it on and dip your fries in there, and there you go.
I mean, I'm not a big fried food guy, but I'd still like one.
Yeah,
I mean, just for the occasional thing. Yeah.
I'm gonna have sopapillas tonight, my friend.
Oh, that's right. Is your wife back in town? She's back in town, right?
Oh yeah, she's back in. Not only is she back in town, she cut her finger open yesterday. So
I can't wait to hear this story.
We were preparing dinner last night, making a delicious 3-point chicken breast with mushroom sauce meal, white wine mushroom sauce. It was really, really good.
That sounds fantastic. For lunch. Oh my gosh.
It's like mushrooms and white wine and garlic and a little bit, like 2 or 3 tablespoons of fat-free yogurt to make it a little bit creamy, and then you smother the chicken with that.
Oh,
it's really good. Anyway, so we're in the process. She's in the process of cutting mushrooms, and boom, she's like holding her finger up, and she's got a paper towel wadded around there. She's basically keeping her finger elevated above her head. I'm like, oh no. And she's, I cut my finger. And I said, wow, is it that bad? She's like, yeah, it won't stop bleeding.
Oh, bad one then.
And so I say, oh, okay, well, here's the problem. Is that right after dinner, and I mean right after dinner, I've got podcasting with, no exaggeration, 15 people. I have 15 people, 16 people all coordinated with me to do a podcast. 12 contestants, 3 judges, and Hammond, and me, of course.
Yeah. And
I've got to basically, I can't do it, but do you need me to run you to urgent care? She's like, oh, no, I'll drive myself to urgent care. I'm like, you sure? I'm not going to hear about this in some later therapy session that he wouldn't even drive me to the urgent care when...
Did she go, like, hold one finger up and hand on the wheel? Like,
I have no idea. I have no idea, but that would be great. Like, to be the car behind, because it wasn't a pointy finger. It was actually the finger... your ring finger, I guess, is the second to last next to the pinky.
Yeah, the fake bird. Yeah,
the fake bird. So she goes, and we start recording and have a really good recording session with lots of excitement and drama and stuff. And I can't wait to. Hammond's doing all the editing, and hopefully we get the show started. The feed started in about 2 weeks, maybe. Anyway, she comes back. I can see her on the little screen that she's pulling back in. I'm like, oh my God, I want to know how things went. So basically, she walked in there. She had to fill out the form, which is tough because she's left-handed and this was on her left hand.
Oh, I was going to ask, was this her handy hand? It sounds like it is.
It's her handy hand. And
that sounds wrong. I take that. I don't. That's not her handy hand. Get your minds out of the gutter, chat room. Sorry.
One of the questions is, are you bleeding uncontrollably? And she says, so it's my finger. It is not bleeding uncontrollably. Do I check this box? I don't know if she was doing it just to kind of like let them know that there's what's going on. Yeah. And they're like, oh yeah, you know what? We'll help you fill this out. Just come on back. Let's take care of you right now.
Oh wow.
So it kind of jumped her. There wasn't really a line, but it kind of jumped her to the let's take care of you immediated kind of situation.
Sure. Seems like profuse bleeding would do that. That should get you in line.
It would totally do that. Yeah. So she, they glued it shut as opposed to stitches or, I don't know what else you would use. I mean, just a really tight Band-Aid or something. I don't know. But they did glue instead of stitches. She has to wear this thing for 24 hours without getting it wet. So taking a shower was difficult this morning. And tonight we take the bandage off and we put a brand new bandage on there, and then we tape it back up. And I'm hoping it doesn't. All right.
Yeah, maybe it won't bleed again.
I know.
That's the stuff, the liquid Band-Aid stuff is what I put on my abdominal laceration. Same stuff.
I was going to ask you, how are those? Any new lacerations?
No, the ones that I have are healing, and that's it. Nothing new. We got a couple. I mean, we've had some people send in some emails and have some really cracker barrel theories about it, which none of which I hold too much credence for. But let's just really quickly check and see if anyone else has popped in with anything new about that. All right, says here. Oh, wait, that's not it. Okay, TMS is the tag. Here we go. All right, TMS, and it's not coming up. Well, we'll let that take its sweet time. But if somebody else, if anyone's got a real theory, so far nothing. It's just like been, well, maybe you leaned over and scratched it. It's like, well, hold on. There's got to be more to it than this. So, yeah, I'm looking here. It looks like there's no new messages. Yeah. So, oh, here we go. Sleepy scratches. This is from Jonathan Slater.
Okay. All right, sleepy scratches.
Oh, look at this. He's got 4 options. Okay. Dear
wow.
Scott,
all right. This is like a BuzzFeed quiz.
Yeah, this is great. Dear Scott and Brian, sorry that my message I tried to send out earlier this week never got sent. Never fear. Your local Satanist is here. So here is a short list of could be why Scott was scratched. Oh, I hope it has something to do with Satan. That'd be awesome. Here we go.
You Satan.
Number 1, domestic animal sleeping in the room. Could be the cause of scratches if a dog or a cat is trying to wake you while you're lulled to sleep. Although it may come off as rude to the family pet, putting an animal outside the room at home at night to sleep may help. We don't have any animals sleeping in the room with us. So number 1,
really? Okay. Because the dogs are in crates, right?
Yeah, they do crates at night. Voluntarily, they walk into there and sleep in those crates. They do not come out of there. And the cat stays with Carter in her room. All right, so number 2, do you sleep in a bed with a significant other? Yes. He or she, it's a she. It's him. Maybe clawing at you in their sleep.
I would assume.
It says, let's see, it may make you question if you harmed yourself. If you notice repeat scratches after a few nights, you may want to be sleeping on the couch to isolate the incidents, talk to them calmly, and let them know that they need to sleep steady as well as you do because they're scratching you. I don't think this is the case.
Talk to them calmly.
Her nails aren't that sharp. Also, it's a weird place to just like reach over and go. Like it doesn't make any sense that she would do this. So I don't think number 2 is the option.
Okay.
3, sleep terrors.
Oh yeah, sure.
It says we all have bad dreams. It's not too uncommon for our hands and arms and our feet and legs, our limbs to flop about in a deep rapid eye movement rest, which is called REM rest. Often using a drink with melatonin, like let's see, usually causes one's limbs to be sedated while in a deep sleep. However, those sensitive to the effects of melatonin tend to lean toward the THC candies. Yep, you guessed it. Marijuana edibles often help, especially me when. But then again, I have brain cancer. Jeez, bury the lead, dude.
Oh,
bury the
wow.
lead.
Jeez.
You're burying the lead.
Like spray that's like the Shyamalan twist at the end of this email.
Yeah, no kidding. Good
hope
gosh.
You're doing all right, man. Holy cow.
Yeah, I hope so too. All right, then he says probably far-fetched, but but I've seen and experienced some pretty strange things in my lifetime, especially revolving around spirits. Now we're getting to the good stuff. Not saying a ghost, I'm saying some mischievous or devilish spirit may be the cause.
I thought he was talking about alcohol.
No, yeah, it's all the bourbon I drink before bed. It says
spirits. I need more spirits so that I don't slice up my abdomen.
He says it's quite easy to exorcise a spirit as there are guides online, but you can also call for a medium or for consultation to exorcise your home of any ill spirits. Long story short,
what is up, YouTube? It's your boy Fred here to tell you how to get that spirit out of your bedroom. Don't forget to mash that like and subscribe button, everybody.
I can't even imagine looking this up. I'm not going to even do it. Here's why, because I don't believe in ghosts of any sort. So,
yeah,
take that. Yeah, I don't think this helps me either, but I appreciate it from John from Seattle. And also, I don't like the sound of your brain cancer. And also, what else? Don't talk to spirits.
He likes it worse.
Yeah. No, that's true. That's a good point. All right. Well, still left in the dark. We don't know what's going on, but here I am, belly with scratches. And no new ones, though. It's all been fine since then.
Nothing since.
Nope.
All right, good.
Nope, all good.
Very good.
All right. News. Want to do news?
let's do news.
Yeah.
I mean, I could tell the rodeo. I went to the rodeo.
Oh, wait, rodeo. What? Shut up. Tell me the rodeo.
Well,
what?
That's all. Okay, so
you can't just say, I went to the rodeo, but go ahead and do the news. You have to tell me. Brian went to the rodeo?
I just went to the rodeo on Saturday. Saturday was action-packed. So basically we had Film Sack. As soon as Film Sack was over, headphones went down, went across the street to neighbor's house. Not the crazy neighbors, but the young new baby neighbors.
Yeah.
We'll call them the young new baby neighbors.
Okay.
Great people, great friends. And they have a son who just turned 1 year old.
Okay.
And had his this was his birthday party. Basically, we was a bunch of their friends and some of their friends with kids who brought their kids, and we all hung out and watched him tried to get him to grab handfuls of cake and shove them in his face. He was actually more interested in just picking up the cake and handing it to other people for them to eat out of his hands, which is really adorable. But they also decided that as part of this little birthday celebration, we would go to the National Western Stock Show, which is a big, huge event that goes on every year in Denver, every January in Denver for 16 days. And this was Saturday was opening day. This was the first day of the National Western Stock Show, which is like the best way to describe it is you've got two huge buildings, an expo center and a coliseum on either side of I-70, just east of I-25, which is the vertical highway, and I-70 is the horizontal highway that goes east-west through Denver and through Vail and Aspen and all the way to you guys, or to Utah.
Yeah.
The expo center is like a big trade show filled with what you'd expect, which is like metal fencing and boots and hats and ginormous belt buckles and things like that.
Stuff you love,
as well
normally.
as
it's usually Brian's favorite things to play with. All those things.
Favorite things to shop for, right? There's also, we walked by a retro gaming console that was like basically a mini NES, but it wasn't the mini NES that just came out last year. This was like a mini NES with like 600 games already built onto it. Like, I'm sure some bootleg crap that
no way it's legal. Yeah, it can't.
No way. Plus, it looks exactly like an NES. As well as like, your other basic toys, some leather goods, some cosplay stuff, which was kind of weird, but it was like steampunky cosplay stuff and stuff like that.
They have guns? Were there guns there? Guns?
No guns that I saw, although I'm sure there were guns there because there was no metal detector. There was no security as you walked into this place. So I'm sure people were packing there. It seems like a place where people would be packing.
Sure. You guys have a concealed carry thing there, don't you? People can.
I think so.
Get the guns.
Yeah,
there.
I think we do. So did the little trade show area for a few minutes, and then we went over to the actual rodeo. Now this is in the Coliseum. It's a bunch of different events, as rodeos I guess are, and the whole thing was led off by the national anthem. It totally makes sense. You've got a crowd, a Coliseum full of people. You do the national anthem. And then they led us in a prayer, which you don't see them really do ever at like football games or baseball games or anything like that. And it was basically, please don't let any of our people get hurt, and please, watch over us and be our Lord and our shepherd and as we bust some muttons or whatever. I can't remember exactly what they said, but
bless the rodeo clowns that they may be funny but also safe.
Exactly.
All right.
So we all had to dip our heads, and they dimmed the lights, and someone led us in prayer, and then they said amen, and we all lifted our heads back up, and I looked over at Tina and smiled, and okay, guess we're at the rodeo. So the events that we saw, we had to leave a little bit early because we had to go to dinner and the Mammoth game. But we saw your typical buck and bronco 7-second ride or 8 seconds riding.
Yeah.
Which was cool. I actually brought out the slow-mo cam on my phone and tried to capture some of that because you want to, I guess, for insurance purposes or something were to happen. It's like, oh, check out this video.
Yeah, no kidding.
But then they also had the mutton busting, which is you basically put a little tiny kid on a sheep, and then make that sheep run the length of the auditorium or the Coliseum until that kid falls off.
Oh, that's perfect. I don't think I've ever seen. I've been to rodeos. I've never seen this mutton busting business.
Mutton busting, yeah, it is. Because you think, all right, well, the kid doesn't just fall off, great all at once. They start sliding around the sheep really slowly until basically they are on the side of the sheep.
Yeah.
And then you're thinking, well, crap, what's going to happen if they drop? That back foot of that sheep is probably going to like stomp on them.
Yep. Oh yeah.
And
no getting around
it. One of the kids cried when he fell off. I don't know if it was, if he got stepped on or whatever, but there were about 8 kids and only one minor injury. So.
Wow. I'm trying to. Was it like stinky? Like these places are usually pretty stinky, right?
No, actually, surprisingly, no.
All right. Didn't smell like a bunch of horse poo the whole time.
Didn't smell like a bunch of horse poop. And the people that we were with, we grouped up with a couple other friends of the neighbors across the street. The dude is a CrossFit dude. Really, really buff and tall, really good looking actually. And so we're walking through the trade show area on our way to the rodeo part, and he's like, I could go for a funnel cake.
A funnel cake?
Really? What? Funnel cake? Really?
Because they can eat whatever they want.
Because
later they're going to go pull a tractor with their teeth or whatever they're going to do.
Exactly, right? So I'm thinking, oh man, funnel cake sounds so good, but there's no way I can do a funnel cake.
Yeah.
I'm looking it up on Weight Watchers. It's like 33. It's like 33 of my 39 available points for the day.
That's too much. Yeah.
So we went over there. I watched him put down a funnel cake. Well, he and his wife, and 3 deep fried Oreos.
Wow.
And I broke down and I got a kid-sized funnel cake, and Tina and I shared it. So I had half of a kid-sized funnel cake on Saturday.
Wow. So, all right. How many points for that?
Kid-sized funnel cake isn't in the Weight Watchers thing, so I'm guessing I put it in as 10 points.
Okay. Well, that seems generous.
Because I had it was way smaller than a regular size funnel cake, and I had less than half of it because we ended up throwing about a third of it out, just because it was too much. But man, funnel cakes are great.
Funnel cakes are really good, man.
See, that's another thing. You have the Paula Deen deep fat fryer in your kitchen island.
Yeah.
You're making yourself a funnel cake while you watch the Great British Bake Off or something.
Guaranteed, yeah.
Yeah.
If I had that kitchen like that, that's all I'd do. I'd be 600 pounds by now.
Exactly. Honey, we're out of funnel cake mix.
They doing either like you rope a goat or a cow or whatever you do.
Steer roping, yeah.
Steer
And they
roping.
do the thing where what's it called, steer wrestling, which that's the one where they have the cowboy on one horse,
right?
A guy who's kind of like guiding it on another horse, and between them is a steer that they're kind of guiding. And as they're running, the cowboy jumps off of his horse, grabs the steer around the neck, and then does like a wrestling takedown to flip him on his side.
Yeah, gets him on the ground, and then they can tie him up.
Gets him on the ground.
Yeah.
I love animals, and I'm not like one of these like I'm gonna protest and not go to your event because of the treatment. But holy cow, the way they wrench the neck of some of those poor steer is that looks like it hurts so bad.
Yeah. It's the thing about rodeo stuff is I don't know that they have the best track record when it comes to animal treatment.
Yeah.
I actually don't know that. I have no idea how that stuff goes. But we have very big rodeos around here, and they I feel like once you go to one, you kind of have seen a rodeo. You're kind of good,
right? And boy, I mean, it's again big thing here in Colorado. So, when I was a kid in elementary school, this was a planned field trip every single year, as we would go to the rodeo every single year. One day at elementary school or junior high, we would do the rodeo. So I mean, I feel like I've seen enough rodeos, but every 2 or 3 years, I'd be up for doing this again.
Yeah, go out there, get a funnel cake, watch a rodeo.
That's right, exactly.
It's totally fun.
Stick my finger down my throat to get rid of said funnel cake halfway between the mutton busting and the calf roping.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, all right, look at you, cowboy. Fantastic. Glad you had a good time there. for you and all your friends.
This is your radio newscaster with another exclusive sensational summary of world and local events.
Time for the news, brought to you by
Frog Pants Plays at frogpants.tv.
Today, noon to 2. I'll be playing more of that damn Resident Evil game. So
wow, how much more of that game do you think you have? Have you not completely explored that house?
I think I'm probably getting close. I get a sense that I'm in the final hours of it. So that'll be 2 hours today. I'll bet you by Thursday. I'll bet it finishes on Thursday during the stream. That's my
what do you have lined up for after this?
A bunch of people want me to play Outlast 2, which is also a scary video game.
Of course they do. Because it's no fun here. You say, ooh, I think I'll plant some veggies over here. Oh, I need to collect some apples and give them to the guy over there.
I mean, in my heart, I was like, well, you know what I'll do this next time is I'll get some people together, play a bunch of Overwatch or something, do something fun like that. But everyone's like, no, we need you to urinate yourself. So we'll see. Well, I don't know. Well, can't decide.
I finally got the PlayStation set up over here. So at some point this week, I'm going to be doing. I mean, I know this is your promo and all, Scott, but at some point, I think I'm going to start Persona 5.
Oh yeah, you should do that.
I'm going to be a Japanese student and share that on Twitch.
You need to do that and use your new thing, your Delgado deal.
Yep. Well, that's the plan, Stan.
Delgado. What am I saying?
Delgado.
What is that? That is a thing.
It's just an Elgato.
Right, but what's Delgado? That means something. What is it?
He's a bass player for Los Lobos. Delgado.
Delgado. We can't start without Delgado. I can't think what it is. All right. Hey, everybody. Oh, by the way, a lot of people have been asking if I lived anywhere near that shooting at the Fashion Place Mall in Midvale. No, but it is my mall. That's my go-to mall. We go there all the time. And growing up, I was constantly over there at the arcade, wasting time. My dad had an arcade in that mall. We had when the kids.
I've been to that one.
You've been to that mall, yeah, you have. And when the kids were little, we would take them there like every other Saturday, just on the strollers and stuff, and hang out there. They always had good food. They have this amazing taco place there. Like, it's been a part of my life, my whole life, that mall. And right now is my place to go because they have what I think is the superior Apple store in town. It's a really good Apple store. And they also have, I mentioned it before, the Taqueria 27, which is insane. But we really like that mall. And there was a shooting. There's a freaking gang shooting in there on Sunday where they've been arrested. And apparently everybody involved is now arrested. Nobody died. There were injuries, but nobody died. But, man, some harrowing business at my favorite mall.
Yeah,
let's not have that happen again. It's teenagers, too. These guys are like 15, 16.
I saw that video you posted on Twitter.
Yeah, and you know what's bad about that video? That's the entrance I come in all the time. So that video reminded me of everything about that place because it wasn't some side entrance. It's literally the one we usually park at and walk into. So that girl walking in, hearing the gunshots, and then running, that's the exit I leave and come in at. That's the parking lot our car is in. Like, it is all too real. Do not like. Guns, baby. In the wrong hands.
By the way, Delgado means thin in Spanish.
Oh, Delgado. But what do I know it from? Something Delgado.
Muy guapo y delgado.
Delgado. Oh, that's going to drive me crazy. All right. Hey, McDonald's has reopened days after a man walked in there with a dead raccoon and put it on a table. This happened in San Francisco. Is that
Try
right?
the new McRodent. It's cold on the outside, warm on the inside.
It says McDonald's in California reopened 3 days after a man brought in this bloody carcass of a dead raccoon. There's video of this. The hazardous situation unfolded just about 7 a.m. on Sunday. What a weird time.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. We're not serving raccoon until after 10:30.
Yeah. I thought you did it all day. Let's see. This is an unidentified man caught on Facebook Live, posted by Chris Brooks, whoever that is, sitting alongside the critter at the chain's Patero Avenue 16th Street restaurant in San Francisco. According to the NBC Bay Area reporter Sam Brock, the San Francisco Department of Health gave the all clear to have the chain open its public doors after the disturbing accident. Brooks says in his video that he streamed, "This mother has a raccoon on the table." The video appears to show an older man with white hair sitting next to the raccoon. An employee pointed for it.
I have 12% of a plan. Maybe it's 11%.
Oh my gosh. He goes, wow, this mother effer brought a dead raccoon at McDonald's. A dead ass raccoon. I like that. Says only in San Francisco. Only in mother effing San Francisco. He says. Anyway, it's all cleared out now. Everybody's fine. You can go there and eat. Would you eat there now, or would you be concerned?
Well, I wouldn't have eaten there before, but I probably wouldn't. I don't know. I mean, if the food board, the Department of Health gave it the thumbs up, the all clear, then I probably would. But again, I wouldn't.
I'd worry about a little dead raccoon residue on the table or something.
I wouldn't. You know what? I'd ask which table he was sitting at, and I wouldn't sit at that table for sure.
Yeah, there's a way to deal with it. Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, the video shows pretty clearly where it is. I just avoid that. Here's something I should have done when my kids were teenagers. Okay. Super young. I wish I would have. A dad has created an app that locks your child's phone unless they answer your damn texts. This is a pretty good idea. I should do it now. Nick never answers my freaking texts. And I know he's on his phone.
You don't answer my freaking texts anyway, Scott. So let's...
That's not true. I will answer your texts as soon as I see him. Sometimes I just don't see him for a long time.
You just don't see him until the next day.
Sometimes, yeah. Like you sent somebody, Tom or somebody sent me like a really important one the other day. And I didn't see it for like a whole night. I sent Justin a Merry Christmas one on Christmas Day, and he answered it on like the 8th of January.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So we're no better, I guess. But here's how it goes. You just need to know if the soccer is finished on time, but she's not responding. The phone was supposed to be just for emergencies. But in what seems like days, you find yourself prying it from your child's sleeping hands. So how is it that our kids are constantly plugged in, but it's impossible to get them to actually reply to a text from their parents? Well, this dad has the right answer. The American Father, it says here, has created an app which basically forces your kids to reply to your messages. It's called Reply ASAP. It gives parents much needed power to freeze their kids' phones when they don't respond to text messages. Reply ASAP makes messages unmissable between people that matter since important messages shouldn't be missed, says creator Nick. His name is Nick, an American Father.
Nick. American Father Nick.
Pretty sure this is probably Android only because I don't think you can lock out stuff on the iPhone.
Yeah, I don't think so. And how many of those reply texts to unlock the phone are just plain F you, Dad?
Yeah. Yeah, no kidding. Oh, it's totally Android, yeah.
Yeah.
Quickly became a hit when it was launched on the Google Play Store. Been downloaded 75,000 times. That's not a lot. Is it?
No, 75,000. Well, I mean, how many of your apps have been downloaded, Scott?
That's a good point. Maybe that's really good. I don't know. That seems low, though. I don't know. It seems low for this sort of thing. Low. iOS version is available soon, so I guess they will have it on iOS. Probably have to give it some kind of permissions or something. So there's that. That's pretty cool. Hey, R. Kelly in the news for not great reasons, but this is my favorite part of the story. A lot of it's kind of nasty, but on Friday, R. Kelly received another visit from police, this time from his new hiding place, Trump Tower, Chicago. He's been hiding out there for a while. Following the airing of the Lifetime documentary Surviving R. Kelly, prosecutors in Cook County, Illinois, encouraged Kelly's victims to please come forward in order to initiate an investigation, according to the Chicago Tribune. One tip they received said 2 women were being held against their will at Kelly's Trump Tower residence.
Make R. Kelly hide again.
Yep, make him hide again. That's a terrible hat, but I'd wear it. Officers visited... The officers visited Trump Tower on Friday, spoke with the 2 women identified as Jocelyn Savage and Azriel Clary. The women say they were not being held hostage, and the officer left without making any arrests. The parents of both Savage and Clary appeared in Surviving R. Kelly and believe their daughters may have been brainwashed by Kelly. With pee. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Because he's all into the pee, isn't he?
That's what he's all into. That was the underage, like the videotape that came out back in 2002 was the underage girl getting peed on by R. Kelly or something, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, I think that was it. He's always peeing on somebody, and then he's got slave women, and I don't know why I can't freak out.
I know you dig the documentaries. Have you watched this one yet?
I have not seen this yet. I don't have Lifetime. Well, I don't have cable at the moment, so I don't have a way to watch it per se, but I would.
Gotcha. This is it's a Lifetime documentary. You said that. Yeah, okay.
I would totally watch it. I didn't know Lifetime was doing documentaries. I had no idea. For his part, Kelly maintains his innocence and concedes the docuseries is a vendetta, contends rather, that it's a vendetta against him by individuals who, quote, hated him throughout his professional career. He previously threatened to sue, quote, everybody, unquote.
Sue everybody.
I'm suing everyone. Come out of the closet. That's all I remember is his
exactly.
South Park thing.
I believe I can fly.
Oh, yeah, is that his song? I can believe I can fly?
That's his song, yeah.
I believe I can pee on whoever's in front of me. All right. That's the deal with him. That's what's going on with R. Kelly. There's your R. Kelly update for January 2018. I just think it's funny.
He'll be in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, signing copies of his book.
Yep. I mean, I guess when you're R. Kelly and you had a career and you did okay in music, he really has this much to just keep, throwing at a $7,000 a month apartment in the Trump Tower in Chicago. Like,
I guess
that's crazy to me. Like, why after all this controversy does he have any money left?
What residuals?
I guess. Someone's still playing I Can Believe I Can Fly?
Sure. I'm sure didn't they use that in one of the Space Jam movies or something? Or, I mean, there was some, it's probably just living off of the royalties from that song alone.
Yeah. He likes pee. Pee is gross. Pee is exit only for me. It's a get it out of you. It's wastewater. It's your body needs to eliminate pee and waste, and it's not good for anything else. That's my thinking. I don't want to judge anybody. If you guys are at home right now listening to the show and you're just horking down a glass of pee, hey, I don't judge. You're not hurting anybody, I guess, except yourself. But maybe don't involve other people in your pee problems. Maybe,
yes, please don't.
Yeah.
Please just, at least no unwilling participants, because there's people probably out there who do like to be peed on.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure there are. Good for them. You found a thing you like. Get together. You two, get together. Find each other somehow. Go off and do your thing. Make your own choices in life. I'm not here to make them for you. Just
I'm sure there's a Wiz dating app, right?
There probably is.
Hooks you guys up. Yes.
Probably it's spelled HWIZIZ, just to make it so it gets passed. It gets in there, and then everyone secretly knows if you swipe right, you want to get peed on.
That's right. Let's meet at a restaurant and drink lots and lots of water.
Yeah. I am running a lemonade stand in town. We could really generate a lot of pee. Wow.
But no asparagus.
Yeah, no asparagus. That's the thing, isn't it? That asparagus thing.
Good morning, everybody.
Yeah, good morning. I mean, all right. It's just pee.
No, go ahead.
No.
How much further, I mean.
I just, all I'm saying is, whatever. I you know me long enough to know that I am a live and let live guy. I don't care what your personal proclivities might be.
You're like the live and let live, but just
keep it out of my zone.
Right.
That's all. Just don't pee on me or people
exactly.
I know or people who are innocently not wanting to be peed on. That's it.
Right.
Otherwise, if you are into it, man.
Power to you.
Here's the good news. Your kidneys are going to work for many years. You're going to be able to generate your own pee like nobody's business. It's like this renewable source of your kink. Have it, hold it, love it, hug it, live it. But don't come to my house going, hey, we should have a pee party. That's all.
I don't want to be the tree in your Kevin Costner fantasy scenario.
No. I told you I watched... I don't know why this reminded me of this because you said Kevin Costner and it has nothing to do with him. But did you watch? Did you see that Mandy movie, or is it just me that saw Mandy?
No, it's just you. Just you saw Mandy. I haven't seen it, but I do want to see it.
I feel like you should see it so we can talk about it.
Yeah, I'd like to. I think I'm probably gonna have to end up watching that without Tina too.
I think Tina would hate it.
Yeah.
Kim would hate it. They would hate it. It's not for them. It's for you and I to get. It's very artsy fartsy and weird. It's very strange.
Who came and she gave without taking.
Yes, that's the Mandy.
But he sent her away.
Yeah. Oh, Mandy, he calls her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I could sign up for a free Shudder.
Oh, I actually pay for that service now because they it's only like $4.99 a month or something. It's cheap and they have pretty good stuff. I want to see the new series with Steven Yeun in it from Walking Dead's his new show.
Now, do you get this? It directed me to Sundance Now.
Oh, mine didn't do that.
Is Shudder part of Sundance now?
Maybe. I thought it was just Shudder, its own series, as far as I know.
Or maybe, because I'm looking. Maybe, yeah, it's definitely Shudder.
Yeah, Jay Calhoun, you're not wrong. Mandy is it's freaking weird. And that first half is ethereal and strange. It's just you have to see it. Brian will see it. Because Brian's a cinemaphile. He gets it. He knows what's up.
I'm a cinephile, and I do like the... Oh, there we go. $3.99 a month.
Yeah,
That's
it's cheap.
nothing.
It's $4. And it's all this great stuff. Well, Shudder's on Prime if you pay for it, Third Illusion. So it's an add-on.
Well, I pay for Prime.
Yeah, it's an add-on. So
but I can add it on. Is it cheaper to add it on to Prime or just buy it separate?
I don't think so. I think it's still $4. Okay. It just makes it so you don't have to leave Prime to watch it or whatever.
Gotcha.
Anyway, just all I'm saying is, you know what? Brian loves movies like some of you like peeing. That's all. That's what we've learned.
That's right. And with my AMCA list, I can get peed on 3 times a week for free.
Right. I mean, see movies.
Yeah, what did I say? What?
What?
Oh,
I didn't hear it.
Darn it.
I didn't hear that.
Oh, that came out the wrong thing. Just said.
Costco, finally in the news here. Costco.
Yeah.
They sell a lot of bulk items. Well, they're now selling a $90 tub of mac and cheese that weighs 27 pounds and will last you 20 years. Oh. Now, 27 pounds for 20 years doesn't seem like a lot to me, because you could probably eat a pound of mac and cheese a day, and in 27 days you're done.
Sure, but would you? I mean, would you eat? This is more like we put this in the garage when there's a, when it's the day after.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
when it's Terminator 2 Judgment Day.
Yep.
Then we hole up in the garage and we eat nothing but macaroni and cheese. And I guess, you know what? If you're a household, 27 days of a pound of macaroni and cheese isn't going to last you much, so you better get a bunch.
Yeah, and it's in the category of the Chef's Banquet macaroni and cheese, listed under emergency kit and supplies. So,
Chef's Banquet.
Yeah, Chef's Banquet.
There is no part of this that sounds like anything that a chef would prepare, or B, that would be served at a banquet.
Well, we saw a banquet yesterday that might have mac and cheese at it. I'm just saying.
Really?
Actually, that would have been an update to that freaking presidential fast food thing if it had mac and cheese. That would have been an upgrade.
Having the big white buckets, the buckets of mac and cheese.
They called it a state dinner, Brian. A state dinner.
I know.
You shouldn't do that. Just call it a freaking...
It's a picnic. It's a Lincoln bedroom picnic.
Yeah.
Not even that.
It's a sex move. Let's see. These are 180 servings in separate little pouches of elbow pasta and cheddar cheese sauce.
Oh.
So that comes out to about 2 servings per buck. It's pretty good. 50 cents a serving.
Wait. Do I have to boil these? Do I have to make them?
Oh, yeah. You got to make them. You got to make them. It doesn't come as a pre-cooked thing. You got to make them.
All right. Well, I guess that's better.
Yeah. You don't want some permanent cheese that never dies. You don't want that.
No, but that's something to know, because if, I would have just had this bucket in the garage, I would have cracked it open and been like, oh, no, we didn't pack a hot plate. I can't heat up water.
Permanent cheese. That better make titles, guys. I want to see permanent cheese in there. Anyway, for maximum longevity, they recommend storing the tub in a dry, cool environment, like a doomsday bunker or a root cellar.
Sure.
It says put it next to your 7-pound bucket of Nutella and a 40-pound bucket of honey. The product's 2-decade shelf life might freak you out. That is, after all, longer than many canned foods and grains. So, anyway, if you're into that whole have a little emergency thing going, this is not a bad one. It's going to cost you $90 is all, $89.99. The closest version of this you can get anywhere else is Amazon for $149.99.
Oh, geez. You pay almost twice as much for the one on Amazon.
Yeah. I mean, we have food storage, and we rotate through it. The idea is that if something was needed, then we would have it, but we don't just keep, the room sealed and then that old stuff just stays forever. We'll go through it and then replace it, and it's a good idea to do that, generally speaking. This would be something that is not a bad idea. I'm actually going to say that this seems like a pretty good price for that. Because even if you never touch it in 27 years, it was probably worth it to have it around for less than $100. Just in case. Even if you have a hurricane, an earthquake or something, you can be the guy that shows up with this giant tub and says, well, I've got enough here for 180 servings. You know what I mean?
That's true. That's true.
you could do something with it, and it's just not that much money over that much time. Kim does not have this already, Ida Bloke. we have a couple of things of grain. Can't remember what all. But we have to go through those all the time because grain can get weevils or whatever.
Yes, exactly. Same with rice.
Yeah. So we have rice and grain, and some kind of wheat grain, and then we got, I forget all what we got. But we usually, like the cereals, she'll buy cereals, and then we'll just go through them and just replace them down there. So it's just like a little extra layer of,
Well, it's a pantry. I mean, basically, it's a pantry that you've kind of always got a little extra in case.
Yeah.
In case you there's a 30-day power shutdown or something like that.
Yeah. Not a doomsday thing. It's just like
right.
It's here if you need it. Or, shoot, we got a bunch of people coming tonight. Thank goodness we have all this tomato sauce that we haven't used yet. Like, it actually comes in handy in that regard. So we fed a family of 25 the other day. It's a long story, but our neighbors, very sadly, our neighbor's sister passed away suddenly.
Aww.
And she was way too young and had a daughter and everything. So all of this family came in town. 25 family members all came into town to go through her stuff, to work out her, her papers and do all her stuff. And so Kim says, well, let me make dinner so you don't have to worry about that. So we did that. We went over there and we made spaghetti and meatballs and salad and all this stuff for 25 people. I say we, I mean Kim. And we took it over there. This is why we didn't have a skim on Thursday. Thursday was the day. Mm-hmm. And so very busy. Anyway, took all this food over to him. And then when we were done, we realized almost all of it came out of that food storage. Like, we had the tomato sauce. We had all this ragu in there. We had the spaghetti noodles that were all in food storage. Like, it worked out great. Now we just have to fill it in again.
Now you have to replenish, but now you have to replenish the pantry.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm of the opinion that there's never, well, whatever. I'm not going to say that. I'll get in trouble with somebody. I'll get in trouble. I don't want to get in trouble.
I can't imagine something you could say regarding this topic that would get you in trouble.
Well, not to helping people with their food or the food storage, but whatever. I'll think about it during the song, which, since we don't play it live, will be about 2 seconds.
Right, exactly. I will have you stop and start the Discord, though.
Oh, is it poopy?
It's getting really crunchy all of a sudden. I don't know if it's me or you, but...
Me no.
We'll try you, but we'll do that at the regular song break.
Yeah, we'll do that. All right, we're gonna do that. Brian, actually explain the song as we take a break and tell me what it is.
I will explain our indie in the middle today. Hey, we're going to Albuquerque, New Mexico for this one. Mike DeCleva, he is a critically acclaimed instrumental rock guitarist, musician, composer. This is great. We haven't done an instrumental in a while, and this is some straight ahead bluesy rock and roll. You are going to love this. Last year in November, he released Psychedelia, his second original rock EP, which has 4 new original instrumental songs. This was recorded in Tennessee and follows his 2015 award-winning debut EP, Synergy. Dude, this is great. You are going to love this. This is there's no more straight-ahead rock and roll than this. This is the title track from the new album from Mike DeCleva, Psychedelia.
All right, I'm going to pause, save, and restart my connection to Discord just to make sure we're good. So hold on 1 second. Okay, hang in there, chat room. Should be okay. Not seeing any speed issues here, but never know. Oh, there's big updates. Maybe that's what's going on. That's probably what's going on. Okay, I think I figured it out.
Okay.
I think they were having
so much better.
I think they were having updates.
Oh, maybe. Yep.
Yeah, and I think I cleared it. So let me move you back over here.
And now if you look behind me, you'll see the lovely Inara wearing her necktie.
Hold on. Whoops. Wait, why aren't you showing up? There we go. Wait. There we go. Look at that, guys. That's amazing. That is so wrong.
She actually is kind of cool with it now. Like, she'll play and chase string and stuff. It's like she doesn't care as much. At times she'll like start scratching the crap out of like her neck to try and
it's really
good.
But I love it. All right, I'm gonna start us back up, and I sound good now. I'm good.
You sound great. Yeah.
All right, so here we go. Here's the brake thing.
Mission completed. We met the enemy air assault, and we sent them back where they came from.
How many did you shoot down?
Only 10 this time.
Ah, it seems that David here has a good idea.
The morning stream. That's my safety word.
All right, we're back, everybody. Me, Brian, and a cat in a tie. She's still chilling with it?
Oh, totally, yeah.
She doesn't mind it? It's fine with
She's
her?
not. She does not mind it as much anymore, yeah.
Weird.
It's crazy.
Does she just run around in the tie? Like, just lives in the tie now?
Oh, yeah. She'll walk. Well, we don't have it on her 24 hours a day, but I'm slowly increasing the amount of time that she wears it so that she's used to it. I mean, she's kind of dozing off on her perch there with it on. So
that's hilarious. All right. I saw the picture you put up was funny because you kind of look like you were wearing a similar shirt.
I know.
Was that on purpose? Did you do that on purpose?
No, completely not on purpose. Yeah. I also have this bow tie one.
Yeah.
But I don't think here's the problem with the bow tie is that the Velcro is in the front where her neck would be.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't seem like that's the right. I want the Velcro on the back.
Yeah.
Like the other one is. The Velcro's in the back on that one.
Dressing your cat up. It's the best.
I know.
I'm really loving it. All right. Well, that's all well and good. But what about this?
But Bill just isn't thinking about danger.
That's right, because he's too busy making cool stuff. It's Bill Duran.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, dude. It's been since before Christmas since you were here.
I know. Holy crap. So many things happening.
Horrendously long time. I don't like it at all.
Goodness. I had to go get my car fixed.
Yeah.
My car is still not fixed.
Oh no.
Oh no.
What happened to it? What's wrong with it?
I don't know. No one knows. It's a mystery.
Wow. All right.
I think what's wrong with it is that it's 15 years old.
Oh. Well, that's
part of the problem.
Yeah, that is I've learned that too. The older the car, the more problems you have. It's a strange.
It's
weird how that always happens. Yeah. Who knew?
Well, hopefully they can get you figured out with whatever's going on.
I have a plan. Step one: take my car, drive it directly into Puget Sound. Forget I ever owned it. Buy another car.
There you go.
That's my current plan.
What's your what is your car? What make is it? Just curious.
I have a 2004 Volkswagen GTI VR6. It's the 6-cylinder version of the Golf.
I like
awesome.
That's a great car.
It is a great car when it works.
It's a German engineering and all that. It's supposed to be it's good. Okay, well, shows
it's one of those issues where it's some tiny little thing that we can't pin down, but it just causes the car to stall every once in a while.
That sucks. That's no fun for anybody. I feel bad for
How many years will a German car last? 9.
9 years. 9.
It's fine though. A buddy of mine let me borrow his BMW, and I was like, oh, yeah, I should just get one of these.
Yeah.
It seems fine.
Yeah. Yeah, this car gets around okay. I'm sure it won't cost anything.
Okay.
Sure.
Anyway.
Well, it's good to have you back. Did you build cool things since we last talked to you? I'm sure things have happened, right? Something's going on.
I built exactly one thing.
Okay.
Well, one prop. I built other stuff. But I built a gun from Borderlands. Borderlands VR, or Borderlands 2 VR is coming out. We thought, hey, let's make something from Borderlands. That game is cool. So I did my research, and I did the what many people agree is the best pistol for Borderlands 2. It's called the Unkempt Herald. And I put the wrong handle on it. Everyone in the comments were very clear to let me know that I put the... Because you can mix and match like some of the parts in Borderlands.
Yeah.
So if you know what, I'll drop a link in the chat. You guys can see for yourselves.
All right.
But don't tell me about the handle. I've already heard about it.
Yeah.
Don't worry about
You've
it.
heard about the handle.
Fine.
Oh yeah.
You don't. How would it? I mean, your common man isn't gonna know, right? Like we're not gonna know.
Now,
yeah, but everyone who plays Borderlands watched that video and let me know.
Yeah.
Anyway. It was just a fun thing. I love the really chunky revolver, the look specifically of those chunky revolvers from Borderlands. And I figured it was a really good chance to we did a whole series. So we have 3 videos on this whole build to really break down each step. So the first part was, of course, building it all out of foam. I'm obviously a big fan of EVA foam. The second video was all about LEDs, so we took the opportunity to sort of dive into how to wire your own LEDs, specifically how to put them in your props.
Yeah, so it's got you got the LEDs on the side there around the chamber.
Yeah,
oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun to well, wiring all the tiny LEDs was, I wouldn't consider that fun, but the effect is worth it. So that was really cool. Then the video I linked to you is our painting video. So we go into how I got that sort of iconic Borderlands style, that look with like the outlines on it and everything. So it was fun.
Oh, this is a perfect one to for me to look at right now, and I wish I would have gone and grabbed it. But I, over the holiday, glued together the Kickstarter space gun you did. I know, I know. How many years has it been sitting here waiting for me to finally finish it? But so it's glued together. I'm ready to start taping it up and painting it and coming up with something cool.
Awesome.
So this is the perfect video for me to look at.
Well, you don't have to feel too bad, Brian. I don't have one of those. I never painted and finished one for myself.
I thought you did the prototype, like the one that was in the Kickstarter thing.
Oh, I painted a a lot of them. Don't you worry.
Okay, good.
I got my hands dirty, but they're all gone now.
Gotcha. Okay.
Oh yeah, look at this. Cool. This is fun to watch. So I wouldn't know that handle's wrong, because you'd have to really be a Borderlands freak to know, wouldn't you? Because that looks fun.
Turns out the internet's full of Borderlands freaks.
Yeah.
So here's how it happened though. I went and looked up reference. I never got that blaster in the game. I am not the kind of person I'm not a completionist in a video game, but a lot of people, it turns out, who play Borderlands are very into getting a specific gun that has a specific layout. It's kind of like a random roll when you get one based on which stats it has, I guess.
Yeah, it's like Diablo that way. Yeah, they can be named guns, or just like in Diablo, you'd have a named sword. It's just that the stats on them roll randomly when you get them.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So I looked up a bunch of different, and when I looked up reference images, again, I never got it in the game. I saw a lot of different options for different sights and a little bayonet attachment and different grips. So I picked the ones that I thought looked the coolest. That was my sin. Because the grip that's the right grip to get looks dumb.
It's not as cool. It's not as cool as this one. This one is way cooler. I do like the style of the thing that's in front of your hand.
Yeah, like a guard. Like you can punch someone with it.
Yes.
Yeah.
But also keep in mind, this is the world of Borderlands. It's like Mad Max. You make stuff out of stuff. It's all trash anyway. So I don't think this is within keeping distance of what the whole point is. So you're fine.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
And I kid too. Like lots of people pointed that out. I know that they're very excited about seeing their favorite gun in it.
Of course.
So that's cool. So anyway, it was a really fun build. I'm glad that we actually took like 3 solid weeks worth of videos to really dive into the whole process. I made blueprints, so if anyone wants to build it themselves, actually, if you go to punishprops.com, we have a free blueprints page with a ton of stuff. So if you're looking to build stuff and you want just some free blueprints, it's all over there. What's great about that is I made I made mine out of foam. Hold on, let me take another sip of coffee. Haven't had quite enough of it. There we go. I made mine out of foam, but those templates could be used to make it from wood or plastic or whatever, cardboard, whatever material you have on hand. So I'm hoping that when I make these videos and put out templates, people use that as an excuse to go give it a shot,
Yeah. Yeah, I think people should do that. And I'm watching you make a star.
Yep.
Out of tape. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, so that's a stencil.
Yeah.
And I have a vinyl cutter so I can make really intricate stencils, but like a star, just an X-Acto knife and some tape, you can make a little star, spray some paint on there, and it looks like it was made in a factory.
Yeah, it looks legit. Looks totally legit. All right. Well, I know a lot of times our audio listeners don't get the full punch of what we're describing. So I would very much highly recommend go check this one out over at punishprops.com and the YouTube channel and all that, because this is back to Bill basics in my opinion.
Yeah,
this is Bill 101.
Yeah, yeah. This is how I mean, really, the original making part of Bill's career feels like it was all about space guns.
Bill not able to open a can of paint.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, that happens. That'll happen to good old Bill. Well, that's awesome. Look at you masking this thing off. Makes me want to go make a gun.
One of those right here. Can't open it unless I get out a wrench or a vice grips to
or
open this one
the
right
jaws
here.
of life. Sometimes
Yeah,
those things
exactly.
get sealed
It's
shut.
like,
yeah.
How much, testers, could you have made like a wingnut style paint top opener for one of these? Come on.
Here's what you do: you take the little bottle, and you just shatter it on your table, and then just use the paint that way, and then throw it all away.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Only works once.
But the bottle's this big, though.
I know, that's true. Yeah, exactly. All that paint's gone in a minute anyway.
It's really cool. So go check it out. PunishProps.com, of course. You always leave us with a little extra dessert of
I
sorts.
do.
What do you got?
Oh, dessert is a good word, too. You guys have probably heard of this guy, but he has a cooking channel called Alex French Guy Cooking. And recently, he just started a little thing on making a croissant.
Whoa.
So there's a first video in that series. It's worth it just to hear a French guy say croissant a lot.
Yeah.
Which I love.
Yeah.
But his channel, his videos are really engaging, super fun. He's got a great attitude and really, really fun personality. Kind of like, I don't know about you guys. I love Good Eats. Alton Brown is one of my personal heroes. This is like the French internet version. He really dives into like what's going on with the food, and I love it.
So what do you make this out of? Did he 3D print it or resin? What's it made out of? Did he use a mold?
It's all EVA foam, you know.
Oh wow. Good fiber, it turns out. Actually, this weird little kitchen he's got is fascinating. Look at this space.
It's so cool. This little studio he built.
Yeah. I kind of love it. Oh my gosh, look at it. He's even got. So it's interesting. It's like a combination of like your tool area.
Yeah.
And a terrible dorm kitchen. Like, it's awesome.
Right. Yeah, exactly. It's like he's got drills and saws and things in the background.
Yeah.
Clamps.
He'll build some stuff. He was working on sewing a grocery bag, like a very purpose-built grocery bag. So it's not just about cooking tutorials. He really dives into everything surrounding food and prep and stuff. It's really great.
Is he hold on, I'm gonna
lectures and courses from top professors from the Ivy League and other great universities.
Oh, he's got a great accent.
He does.
Let's see.
Higher, but definitely heavier as well.
Oh, that's great. That's like Patrick. I always tease Patrick because he doesn't really sound French. He's got some weird combo. It's not really very French, and he can fake one pretty well. But I like a good thick. Yeah, just like wee poo poo, baby.
So what if in my YouTube, I wouldn't just change how I talk right away, but what if I just started kind of introducing an accent?
Yeah.
And then a year from now, it's Bill French Guy prop making.
Yeah.
No one's the wiser.
Okay.
Just slowly over time. Just kind of slowly.
This is a long con for sure.
Yeah. We support this terrible idea. Do it.
Yeah, all right. Great.
I think it's awesome. Bill Duran, of course, over at punishprops.com. And you can find him on the internet at Chinbeard and Punish Props on YouTube and all the other stuff. Bill, it's great to have you back, and we wish
awesome to be back.
We wish you nothing but the best possible 2019.
Oh, thanks you guys.
Oh,
wee.
Have a
poo
good
poo.
day.
Bye. All right, that was very official and well done.
Well done. Yes, I put a link. I froze frame it, just a random freeze frame, and I put a link in the in our Discord chat right there, so you can see the best freeze frame ever of a guy eating a croissant.
Oh, let's take a look. There's a screenshot. There you go, chat room. I can push this up here for you. It's pretty good.
That is a good croissant.
I love a good croissant. I'm guessing croissants are ridiculously bad on your point scale, aren't they?
They are. Oh, yeah. Should I look it up real quick?
Yeah, just for funsies.
Let's see what we got here.
Because it's probably horrendous. It'd be my thinking.
Hold on. Cat wants to attack my finger. Nope, maybe not.
Because you're making her wear a tie.
Probably, right?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Croissant. Croissant. 8 points for one croissant.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's like a fourth of my day. It would be a croissant.
They're so good though.
Allotment, a fourth of my allotment.
I'm gonna have jambalaya today.
Well, hey, did you get those reports done?
Are you talking to the cat?
Yeah. Did you get those?
You get those? Well, I can get them to you, but I need to. What is it? What's your line from the thing?
I can find out if I can use your phone.
Phone. Ibit. Okay, there it is. Here, everybody. Enjoy.
The new health and fitness section? I'm not sure, but I'll find out if I can use your phone.
The best part of that is the 1990s camera sound is amazing.
The best part.
Hey, look at this.
These are their stories.
Oh, I'm terrible with names.
All the way from Oakland, California, we have one Justin Robert Young joining us. Hello. And he's muted.
Oh, he has no audio.
And he's muted.
Pay your audio bill.
Hey, you're muted. Mutation station. He is muted. Yeah, it's still muted.
But the thing is, usually he'll like put up his hands and like shake them, saying, "Okay, hold on, guys. I can. Oh, one sec. I'll have this fixed."
Yeah.
But maybe he can't hear us.
Maybe you can't hear us.
Can you hear us?
Can you hear us? Oh, you can hear us. He's thumbs it up. He can hear us. We just can't hear him. No audio having.
Blink twice if you're okay, jury.
All right, I'm gonna pause that and save it. Hold on, while we work this out. It's all good. Live people don't care as much. They don't care. It's the home people. I just have to pause for a moment. Hold on a second. Save it. Yeah, saving it's good. I like to save it.
So what do we have here? I see a crossed out microphone icon on him.
Oh, I do too. Yeah.
Nope. Now it's uncrossed off.
Yeah. Which means I don't know what that means. Guess we'll find out the hard way.
Discord and microphones and headphones and speakers.
Do you want me to?
Poor jury.
That face on him.
I feel so bad for.
I don't like distressed face jury. I hate it.
I know. Yeah.
Because he's so chill all the time, just like, "Hey, I'm Justin."
He's gonna like basically the little dial on jury is just starting to go up, and by the time he finally gets things going, he's gonna like.
Did I hear something?
Did you hear something?
Say something. No.
No. Nope. Nothing yet. Nope.
Okay. Sorry, I thought I heard
slowly
something.
Making its way into the red, and he's gonna get out here and go, "What's the deal with quarter pounders with cheese?"
That's what I want to talk to him about. I want to talk to him about that spread at the White House.
The feast.
The feast that was
the chef's banquet.
I think those fillet of fish are still sitting there. Is what I think. Just sitting there because nobody eats those. You can't expect a bunch of college kids to eat a fillet of fish. Gross.
Let's get these boxed up. Melania, put these in foil.
I'll eat these later.
He says voice checks out on Discord. I have no idea. Everything says it on Discord. So in Discord under voice settings, are you seeing seeing the needle move? For voice activity, are you seeing it go into the green?
He didn't nod.
He says yes, and I'm hearing it back to me.
Oh.
Wait, you're hearing it back to you?
He's hearing us and himself? You hear yourself? Oh, man.
He's typing.
I can call him on Skype or something.
When I do the voice. Oh, when he does the voice check. Okay, so yeah, when it plays it back. All right, so your microphone is working. It's going to Discord. Why is it not sending it to us? Is the question.
I just checked to make sure he wasn't muted here, and he's not.
Yeah.
Here, let me do a thing here. Yeah, he's not muted.
Yeah. User settings.
I don't know. Oh, let's go.
Oh, those are my user settings. I can't look at his user settings, obviously. He does not like Discord. People, if you could see the things he's typing about Discord in the chat, holy cow.
I just think his Discord doesn't like him because I don't have this problem with anybody else. This is the only one that ever snags on this.
I know.
I'll do Skype. Here, I'll call you back on Skype, Jerry. Here, I'm getting rid of you. Whoop, he left. All right. Let me call him on Skype only. Salty jury is the best jury, says Captain Kipper. You like a little salt in your jury? Is that what you're saying? Okay, Justin.
I can't imagine how at what level he's going to come in at.
Yeah, I'm ready for the worst here. And I can't control it. Oh, because Skype got rid of the volume setting.
Yeah.
That's not here anymore, is it? Let me just check.
Oh, no, it's not.
It's not there anymore.
Yeah, and I'm at level of anger, too.
Yeah, well, we'll find out. Here it comes. Hello.
Hi, friends.
Hey,
There
look
he
who we can
is.
hear now.
Wow,
Hey.
it's almost as if one program works.
I don't have this problem with anybody else. I can't explain it. I don't know. know.
And yet, I always have this problem. Isn't that funny?
Weird. Weird how that works out. Hey, everybody. Look who it is. It's Justin Robert Young. And he's not too volume loud. It's good. You're right on where you should be, so this is fine.
And I also here's what annoys me about Discord.
All right, go.
Is that I literally redid my entire system for it. Like the echo has been a problem, so I redid my wiring. So now I'm only getting the audio through the computer. I'm not running it back through the board because Discord doesn't have echo cancellation.
Yeah.
So I always sound like garbage. And so now I redid everything. I made sure we had some clipping on the video last time. I re-updated all my XSplit and everything. I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
I'm in the shoot. I'm just the fanfare has played. And then I get the Jerry's making a funny face. It's like listening to your own funeral. It is among the uniquely internet pet peeves. I can't explain it to other people, but whenever there is a situation where your audio goes out or your connection goes down, there are few things that make me ready to punch my own grandma angry than that.
I
That
agree.
is among the most frustrating things that ever happens.
Could not agree more. It's a specific bane of what we do.
Yeah.
And it can happen to any of us at any time through any of these dumb services.
Anyway, McDoubles, go.
McDoubles, go. All right, can we talk about this for a second? Because I know we haven't done politics in a while, and this isn't really political so much as it is weird. But you follow some Southern sports. You understand the fervor down there. You get it. People are excited. Clemson wins. It's like, whoa, way to go. You know what happens a lot is sometimes we send you to the White House. You get to meet the president. You wear a suit. You go to a state dinner. They give you a little tribute, and it's an amazing time. Plus, you'll probably spend some time in D.C. and look at all the monuments and do all this fun stuff. And you're college kids, right? And so they're going to do this, and they get it all planned up, and then the president decides, you know what we're going to do? We're going to go ahead and make it nothing but fast food. It's going to be McDonald's, a little bit of Wendy's, a little bit of Burger King, a lot of McDonald's, by the way, because that's where the value menu came in.
Yeah.
You're going to have some...
It is funny, though. It's like, they might like a variety of fast food. So get some Wendy's hamburgers and some McDonald's hamburgers in case, they're picky about...
Yeah, it could be.
It was...
99-cent fast food.
Yeah, it was Wendy's, Burger King, McDonald's, and Domino's, according to the Washington Post.
Yeah, you saw their thing with their top-down table diagram and all that.
They did. Somebody, which is so funny, because knowing designers, somebody had a really fun time doing that infographic. That is among, normally you're trying to explain how tax rebates work or something like that, but I'm sure somebody had a really good time trying to figure out exactly where the barbecue sauce went.
Yeah, that's the thing I was telling you about, Brian. It's it's hard to explain, but it's basically the long table, and then they have a circle and say, okay, these were all filet of fish. These were all McNuggets. These were all sauces, which, by the way, is my favorite thing, is the McNugget sauces, which are in those little stupid packets, are loaded up into these antique Lincoln-era gravy boats.
Yeah.
Were they just the packets put into the gravy boats, or did they squeeze out all the contents of the packets into the gravy?
They were just the packets laying loosely in there, so you could pick one out.
Yeah.
Which would have been, I don't know which was worse.
One's worse, honestly.
I don't know which one's worse, actually. But anyway, I don't know what to say about it except it's kind of a weird thing.
It is a very weird thing. So a few things to remember just about these kind of visits. Number one, they don't happen all that often. There's been a lot of professional sports teams that have declined visits to the White House. So the president, who is a gigantic sports fan, was somebody who, in his pre-presidential life, spent a lot of his time on Twitter talking about the business of television, Hollywood, and celebrities, and probably the thing that he's most uniquely passionate about, aside from television, which I think he is very knowledgeable and passionate about, is sports. He liked his flaming hot sports takes. That was his thing. So the fact that Dabo Swinney, the head coach of Clemson and in general college football, which does have specifically these days a very Southern dominant conferences in the ACC and the SEC, they have made their pilgrimages to the White House. 2 years ago, Clemson was there and got a barbecue lunch. So it was like a bar, like outdoor barbecue. These are not state dinners normally, right? Like they're it's not a gigantic formal thing. It's somewhat less formal, specifically with the college teams, assuming that, you know, traditionally there's a lot of them, because you're getting every, you know, women's swimming champion, like every lacrosse team that wins normally goes to the White House. So the thing to remember here is this is during the shutdown.
Right. Furlough time. Yep.
So not only is it a functional element of, you know, can we get somebody in the White House to cook some stuff, right? Which I'm sure it's the White House. Somebody would have come in and cooked a meal.
Yeah. For sure. Right.
Even if it was donated or something like that. But
you could also cater from about 1 billion places in DC. It's not like
that's the thing. I mean, how much it would have taken a little bit of work, but why not say, hey, we're thinking about getting some steaks from Texas Roadhouse. Fill out this Google Doc and let us know how you like your steak, and we'll have some steaks waiting for you guys.
Or whatever. Yeah, anybody else
like
besides fast food.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, find out what they want. Because they probably didn't want. Oh, great!
The thing I eat already when I'm bored. Yeah, because I'm a poor college kid. I'll have.
According to reports, they thought it was great.
Okay.
The football team.
Of course they did. It's the president.
I bet I know who gave those reports. Many people loved those McDonald's sandwiches.
No. It was pool reports of them like hooping and clapping and cheering by the fact that they got as unlimited fast food.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay.
You know, they're like 19 and 20-year-old kids, right? Like, you know, if they get to go to the White House, and it's a big exciting thing that everybody's taking pictures. It's now a weird event. And they get to be at the center of it. Is it as good as being able to be treated to the height of opulence because you're at the White House? Absolutely not. And for the more, I don't know exactly how refined the palate of the offensive line of Clemson is, but, you know, I'm sure for those with more discerning tastes, they would have stuck up their nose at the, you know, a wild Southwestern ranch salad from Wendy's that they were treated to. Ultimately, look, it's a weird moment, one of many in this administration. But at the end of the day, I don't quite know exactly what the hell are you showing on the screen.
I was trying to make a joke about you, but it's not working. Keep going. Keep talking.
Wait, what's Faithless?
It's something Major Spoilers posted. I'm trying to. It's not working. What I meant to do. It's some bloody chicks making out, but it's not working.
What the hell is that supposed to mean?
Nothing. That's why it didn't work. Keep talking. Keep going. Don't worry about me. Don't
why?
Ignore the guy.
What was the joke about what I was talking about?
No, I was just trying to create like a. Sometimes I'll put like an animated GIF of a monkey on Brian's head, and it's a ha ha. Look what Scott did while Brian thought he was talking seriously. It just didn't work because it was the wrong random thing to click.
What's the magazine about?
I don't know. It's not. It's a comic book.
I thought you were just accidentally browsing porn.
No, look. Here it is.
And
Boom.
You just didn't realize that it was up on screen.
No, look. Boom. Faithless Studios announces Faithless 1 from New York Times bestseller Brian Azarazio. An artist, Eisner Award-winning artist Paul Pope covers the unforgettable story, of self-exploration, erotica, and even... Okay, I didn't know that part. But it's just...
Wait. You didn't get that from the cover?
No, I don't know. It's just bloody people on a comic book. I don't know.
Two girls about to kiss in a shower of blood.
Oh, all right. Well, let's go to majorspoilers.com and send your complaints to him, because that's where I got it.
Do you want to show the rest of it? There's a lot of black bars.
No, where?
It's probably pretty sexy.
No, I
down
don't.
Below.
I don't want to look at that. I didn't know what I was clicking on.
You showed the cover. I thought it's your show.
I didn't know what I was clicking on.
I thought you were bored about my political takes and you wanted to get into vampire lesbian eroticism.
Chat room says this is now banned on Tumblr. Probably. I don't know anything about it. I know nothing about it.
I mean, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if you're telling the truth, though, considering you felt such confidence in putting it on screen.
Well, look, I do this all the time, and chat room can confirm, but this was a bad one. Apparently, I've sent...
Normal. It's normal. All right, so regularly in the middle of people talking, you show lesbian erotica.
No! I put something up that's awkward. Like, my favorite thing to do to Brian when he wears a black T-shirt is to put a picture of Brian in a black T-shirt.
Lesbian erotica.
No! I put a picture of him rocking out in the same T-shirt.
In the relief of it, there's a black T-shirt, and then there's just lesbian erotica right in the middle.
Yeah. No, that's it. It was just the first tweet I saw, and it looked like it'd be funny, and it's not. It turns out it's not. This is why I shouldn't improv these things. This is bad.
Number one, it's funny
that I don't see the Twitch because I have no idea what video.
Well, that's why I thought I'd get away with it because Jury doesn't watch the Twitch.
Oh, yeah,
or I mean, he does. I'm saying, I mean, Brian doesn't
normally. We're all going to be watching the Twitch, Scott.
Here, chat room, you guys can see this for yourselves. It's just a Steven thing. Here, copy link to tweet. Here you go. Have it. This wasn't like some weird, insidious thing I was trying to do to you. I just thought, oh, look at this. This is funny.
Well, because the funny thing about the joke is that it looks identical to you being bored about what I'm talking about and browsing Twitter and finding titties. That's I think, the real crux of the joke.
That is not what I did. I have this. You're right in my screen. I know what I'm doing here. Look.
Oh, man. Yeah, I'm looking at this.
See, it's bad.
Yeah. So imagine you're in the middle of a well-made political point about the balance of democracy, and normally the one who keeps screaming at you that you're too equivocating on the finer points of our modern discourse decides to elevate the conversation by showing blood-soaked tits.
Whoa, that's not even in that image. Is it? Hold on. Yeah, they're just
kind of is.
Well, but look, she's wearing the thing. It's a big.
But you're not seeing. You may not be seeing nipple, but those there's blood on them.
They're blood soaked. Yeah.
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 That seems bad. All right. I just mean generally, like it's bad to be blood soaked. But I didn't mean to derail your point. Where were you?
I mean, if they're vampires, then that's good, right? That's how they live.
I think that's what's going on.
Sure.
I'm pretty sure that's what it is, but I don't actually know.
Yeah.
Steven's going to love that this came up today.
Yeah, major spoilers.
Yeah, check it out.
That's where it is. Find out where those blood-soaked boobs came from and what they're doing.
For all your erotic blood-soaked boob needs, majorspoilers.com. And this stream, apparently. All right, so wait. So where were you? What were you saying? You had a point. You had a good point. You had a good point.
Apparently not a good enough point.
Well, no. Look, chat room thinks when I do this, the GIFs, everything else is because I'm bored of whoever's talking. It's not. It's not because I'm bored. It's because
it just looks identical to it. But it's not. It's definitely not. It's not because
I'm really not bored. I love talking to you. I love your takes, hot and not. I love it all.
Sure.
So give us more hot takes. I don't remember what you were even saying. You were saying something.
Never. He brought out a bunch of fast food. Like it's the larger thing is that as poll numbers are dropping, I think that we're probably at a breaking point this week on the shutdown. The question is exactly how it resolves. In my mind, there are one of three paths that it could happen. Number one, for whatever reason, because of things that we don't fully understand right now, the Democrats decide that they want to make a grand bargain and they throw DACA and maybe something else on the table, and they give Trump his $5.7 billion for the wall. I think that this would probably not be the worst thing on the planet for the Democrats, although they would certainly take a short-term hit, in that if you look at polling, people didn't really care. Everybody thought the wall was a waste of money. But this is America. We waste a lot of money on a lot of things.
Yeah.
It's really because Trump got elected that it became everything else, racist and a bad symbol and everything else that reads into it. Right. $5.7 billion does not build the wall. It basically puts the wall on layaway it would cost much, 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 much more. So that is possible. I don't think that that's likely. The second possible option is that Trump caves on some level, takes a fraction of the fraction of what he would need for the wall. So let's say more than what they're offering now, which is 1.7 billion. So he takes 2.5 billion or something like that, and reopens the government with the promise that they're now going to discuss the wall in Congress, which of course will go nowhere because now the Democrats own the House, which is why this shutdown is happening in the first place. Or the third scenario in my mind is that the Mitch McConnell caves, which is unlikely but possible, because the Senate Republicans, specifically those that are up for re-election in 2020, feel that this is not the hill they want to die on. And now they reopen the government, and Trump is mad about it. If I'm Donald Trump, the way I would want those things to happen, if I were to live with those political realities, are, of course, number one, be the guy who stood tall and got the money for the wall. Number two, to have people to blame, specifically Republicans to blame, so you can say, hey, not only do we need more of me to get the wall built, but we need some actual Republicans in Washington. And number three would be him caving with a promise that he would that they would talk about it later, which of course will go nowhere. However, the one large gravity factor here is that Donald Trump's approval ratings are going down on a level that should, on some level, that should be alarming to him. Specifically, Rasmussen, which has been his most friendly poll, had him at 37. They have, as recently as October, had him at 50-50, which is at the high end of all of his approval ratings. So if they have him, which samples Republicans fairly more heavily than other polls do, if his support is eroding with his base, that is the problem.
Yeah. So, but there's no way he caves ever, right? Like, there's no way he just straight up caves and says fine.
Well, no, if he does, see, he's kind of got a good win-win situation here. If he caves and says, all right, let's forget the wall, let's open the government, he can play this and look like the hero as, all right, you know what, I'll do the right thing if the Democrats won't, and back off so that we can reopen government again. And people will forget that he's the reason it was shut down in the first place, because he'll grandstand it like,
he does,
you know what, I'll be the one, I'll be the bigger man, and open it back up.
He has a history of doing that.
No, he needs something to bring back to his base. This is all about his base. This is all about 2020. This is all about the promises of 2016. He wants to be able to either have the money for the wall, like he said, right, on the campaign trail, or he wants a reason why that did not happen, so we can run on that in 2020. Yeah. That's the key. The one thing that I would say, and I would caution against, is remember that Donald Trump has nothing to protect. Normally, presidents care about legacies, they care about staff, they care about party. Donald Trump really doesn't care about any of that. He even as a business person was kind of used to being somebody that was laughed at by a certain sector of his universe. He has no close ties to the Republican Party, and he doesn't have any notable people around him that he would like to advance beyond his family. So, and they've kind of made their own lane, and I don't think that he would modify what he was doing because of it. So, even if his poll numbers dip to historic lows, I don't know if that would scare him in the same way that other presidents might, because they just had more skin in the game than Trump does.
Yeah, that's a good point. All right, so I'll just say this. My opinion,
I'm very proud that you didn't show any kind of just erotic imagery during that.
I almost put up a shot of you dancing, but then I thought better of it, because you were getting all. Maybe I'll do it now, just for fun. But Justin is. What was I going to say? Oh, I was going to say if I was 19 and I was called to go up there to the White House because we did real good in football or whatever. Just to go back to that for a second, and whether it's a controversy or not, I would have loved it if I was a 19-year-old kid. I would think that was the greatest thing in the world, and I wouldn't have been sad about any of this, and I wouldn't have been like, oh, last time they got barbecue. I wouldn't have done that. I would have said, oh my gosh, look at this. I've never seen this many fillet of fish in one place. I would have been freaked out and loved it, and it would be a story to tell, and I'd take tons of pictures, and I'd send them all off to my friends, and they would all think it was great. That I think I know pretty certainly of myself anyway, so I'm not surprised that the players themselves had a good time. I guess all I would say to anyone out there, anybody out there, who had a problem with Obama's tan suit or Bush Sr. barfing at the Japanese table or any of those small things that happen and then people jump all over these guys for it, this is ridiculous compared to the tan suit. And that's where I have the only problem with it. I don't have a problem with even him doing it. That 2,400.
But isn't the tan suit something that everybody freaks way more out about the fact that a few people freaked out than the initial freak out?
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, that's likely.
Like, I don't know anybody that was mad about the tan suit, but I know a lot of people who are mad about people that were apparently mad about the tan suit.
Right. That's true. Now that you say that.
Was it tan, though? It looked white and gold to me.
I mean, yeah, you have to wear clothes. Like, I don't know. I don't know. There is a really interesting point in our culture where we talk way more about, this, like, however we want to balance the scales of outrage, right? Of like, well, you did that, so I'm allowed to do this, but somebody who was mad at that can't be mad at this. And I don't know if it's about real people. I think it's just about these straw men that we create in our heads.
Yeah, but Fox News actually ran stuff about the tan suit. So
yeah,
they riled people up.
They're a 24-hour news network. They have a lot of people on that have to create hot takes constantly.
Quick, anything. We need to fill 2 hours.
Sorry, I'm finding some GIFs here of Justin dancing. I found one. There we go.
Yeah. I'm glad that these things don't distract you from the conversation, though.
No, not at all. It's that's a good one. Look at this one. All right, sorry.
I'm a good dancer.
No, you are. I think the thing is
the best dancer.
The thing is we don't know because you were forced to do. I mean, that was like a dance video game. You were doing Dance Dance Revolution or something like it, like Let's
just
Dance
or something like that. Yeah.
No one's good at those. Everyone's bad at those. That's the whole point of it being a video game. So we can't really judge you on that. All right. Well, that's all well and good. Do you think, final thought on this, do you think $2,400 is too much money for all that fast food? And do you think the Trump Foundation will pay for it?
Who knows who's going to actually pay for it?
Mexico.
No, 24. Yeah, Mexico's. Well, they didn't.
Well, if you would have gotten Taco Bell, maybe.
Yeah, they didn't get Taco Bell. So 24 sounds about right if all the stuff came off the $2 for $5 menu. But again, look, this is one of those things that move plays really well with his base. And the fact that other people are upset and they're like, why didn't they get steak? That plays like Italian chef's kiss to everybody in well, maybe not Tuscaloosa because they lost the college football championship, but certainly in insert random barnstorming town during 2020 when he brings up and I fed everybody hamburgers, they're gonna go crazy and he's gonna say, yeah, and everybody was saying I should have got him sick. They loved it. That's these elites want béarnaise sauce. I hate béarnaise sauce. I love KFC. Like that. That would that plays huge. I think something like that. If he were a better politician, would play folksy. But because people are so furious about him, and there's so much else kind of swirling, much of it by his own device, it just comes off. There's nothing he can do that doesn't come off sinister or incompetent. There is really just a 50% of the country looks at everything he does and says, well, okay, do I put this in the sinister or incompetent bucket? Oh, yep, incompetent. Oh, sinister, sinister, incompetent.
And then his base says, folksy.
Yeah,
right.
Says what says what's on his mind. Says what he thinks. Yeah, like whatever.
Yeah, troll, righteous troll, or folksy truth teller. right?
Mm-hmm.
Everything gets put into those into those buckets.
I hate how right you are about that. I hate it.
And then meanwhile, I thought he made a funny joke. I very rarely agree with the president on Twitter, but
What was the joke?
He made fun of that Elizabeth Warren live stream when she drank the beer.
Oh.
And she told her husband, "I'm glad you're here. Thank you for being here."
Mm-hmm.
Which it's like it's their kitchen.
Yeah.
And so he made fun of like the fact that like why would you say that to somebody in their own kitchen? Like, and I thought that was a funny thing. And so I said, look, I very rarely agree with the president. And I got like people that were like, like rage, like how dare you normalize Hitler? And I'm like, whoa, I just thought it was weird that she told her husband, I'm glad you're here in our kitchen.
I mean, it's a little weird. Maybe she's just nervous on the stream, you know?
I know, yeah, but it's not the end of the world.
No.
Like, it's an awkward thing. That's
Yeah.
what a lot of stuff is. It's like, look, we just mined, a solid 5 minutes of content out of you showing some hentai on screen. And it was awkward. It was a funny moment. We all laughed. It makes us closer, better friends.
It wasn't hentai.
Okay.
As far as I know, there is no sensitive material tags on Steven's account, and my joke didn't work. That's all it is. Look,
I know, it was funny. It was awkward. We all had a good joke. We all had a good laugh. It was a moment. Like, not everything has to be like, oh my God, how could you possibly have normalized the fact that he thought that a live stream was awkward? It's like, whatever. Jeez Louise with cheese.
Yeah, geez Louise with cheese. Those are also there on the thing.
So they were in a separate gravy boat.
Yeah, exactly. Justin R. Young on Twitter. Tell us about any other things you would like to pimp. Don't you have some big important thing tonight on Night Attack? Or there's a new album out. That's what it is. Or there's one coming.
New album next week. In fact, a week from today, we're gonna do a little quad laser for the second hour of TMS. It will be TMS and Night Attack. So Brian Brushwood. I'm gonna bring my Brian. We're gonna fight Brian to Brian. And we'll do the second hour of TMS with Brushwood and I. That is all in support of our brand new album, All's Well, a Night Attack album coming out a week from today, January 22nd. We just finalized the track list last night. We're submitting it tonight to all of the places where you're going to be able to buy it, iTunes and Amazon and everywhere. But we are going to do our best, because Stephen Cogswell is one of the most hardworking, awesome, amazing, talented musicians. For 3 years, he has made a song based on real audio from our show every week for 3 years straight. And so we got the best of those songs. Brian and I did new original tracks to go around it. It is a breeze to listen to, like 45 minutes. We're going to sell it as cheap as we legally can on all these services. But we are going to try and get this thing to the top of the Billboard album charts one more time. It is our tribute not only to Cogswell as a man, but really all internet creators, the people that make stuff for awesome shows like this and Night Attack and everything else. So join us next week as we bring the party to the morning stream in support of All's Well, a Night Attack album, out next week, January 22nd.
Hot damn! Have
Very
a good day.
cool.
We'll see you later. All right. That's it. I would not recommend people go to the link that Steven has linked.
Well, unless they're interested in that comic book.
Well, if they're
into
into it, I'm just saying you may get more than you bargained for. Because it's, whew, man.
Yeah.
I didn't know Boom Studios published comics in that range.
There's a cover there that they can't even reproduce on the site on Major Spoilers.
Oh, is that the red one?
So
But it's all
lazy.
blacked
Yeah.
out. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a variant they can't even show.
Too hot for Major Spoilers.
Hey, do you want to hear me scream like an idiot?
Of course. Who doesn't?
I don't know. My wife probably, but other than her.
Good point.
So Jamie puts together these mashups, as we know. And one of the things he likes to do is scour my terrible time on scary video games. And he's done that again with a little track called Scott Plays RE7 Part 4. And I'm going to play it for you now. Here you go. Let us do it, shall we? Shall we do it? Oh, shit! I hear one moving. What was that? I'm so tense. It's Grandma! What is she doing down here? Her head's following me. I don't like her at all. Shit! Smeagol-looking thing. F-ball piece of garbage. I hate you. Ew, that's gross! Don't buzz me, phone. Shit, something moved. What was it? She's gone! Shit. You dick. Oh, come here, ass. Another one. What is the deal? Grandma, how are you getting around the house? There's something under the bed. What was that? Haunted chair. Gosh dang it, dude. Something's gonna jump out. Shit. What's in here? Shit. Shit. What the heck? She wasn't here before. F you balloons. Oh, is that what to do? Just stick the candle in my bum? Oh. Don't do this. Oh, shit. Look, it's attached to her bum. Really? What the hell's that? Oh, my lord. What is it? Oh, he's got, like, vomit power. Oh, I could have come in here? Weird tiki dildo back in there. That's time. We're 6 minutes over. That's right. We leave it here, folks. Oh, my gosh.
Tiki dildo.
Yeah. It was
now betting for
tiki dildo. All right. Well, there you go. I don't know how many more of those he's going to do, but enjoy. All right, Brian, we're done. We need to leave. Before we do, though, a note to find people at home listening that we have dates for TMS Vegas 2019. Here, let's do this proper here. Here we go. When are we going to Vegas, see? We're going April 26th and 27th, see?
That's right. Now, we're getting deals for the 25th as well, the Thursday night. So if you want to get there Thursday night and then be there for the festivities Friday night and Saturday night, probably a very similar evening setup to last year, although maybe at a different location. But I think we'll do a meetup. I really like the Millennium Fandom Bar, so I think maybe doing that again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I liked it there.
Probability.
Yeah, and they liked us, right? They were cool with us.
They loved having us all there, and I think based on how many people we had there last year, I'll bet we can have a couple drinks named after us this year. So,
all right, I'm
we'll
into
work
it
on that business.
Yeah.
And then something on Saturday night that'll be a live TMS, and then some music probably. Looking at a couple different places, so keep in mind that. But Thursday night, Friday during the day, Saturday during the day, there will be all sorts of great stuff going on. Make sure if you're not already part of the TMS Vegas Discord, you join the TMS Vegas Discord, and I'll tell you right now how you get to be a part of the Vegas TMS Discord, because I'm gonna get an invite code here for everybody. Discord.gg/S4 lowercase s 4 lowercase w capital UXP.
And now is that part of the Frog Pants one? Is it a separate channel in there? Or is it a whole different channel?
It's a whole separate server.
Gotcha.
Frog Pants TMS Vegas official chat.
We will link that off on Twitter and other places too, just to make sure everybody gets up to that.
Exactly, because that's a lot of stuff to write down and remember.
Yeah.
But, look at that. Open Bayou says bit.ly/TMS Vegas.
Oh, even
well,
better.
That's so much easier. Thank you for putting that together.
Yeah, thanks. I assume there's
Way
no space
easier
there.
than that.
Right? No space.
Bunch of gobbledygook. But yeah, it's funny. People are already figuring out coordinating to go to the Bacchanal buffet at Caesars. I want to go to the Bacchanal buffet at Caesars. I can't. You know what? If I'm 240 or under, then I'm going to the Bacchanal buffet at Caesars. That's my goal.
That's your deal? Okay. If I'm 220 or lower,
Okay.
I'll go to that buffet.
All right.
With you. If I'm not, I'll just get something shitty.
Yeah, you'll eat Heart Attack Grill because we get free meals there.
Yeah.
Right now, we're going to get some free meals at the Heart Attack Grill.
No kidding.
Anyway, so join the Discord, talk about things there. I'm still waiting, so don't buy your hotel stuff yet because I'm still getting the contract together from the Plaza.
Getting the group rate again. Yeah.
We are getting the group rate again, and they're giving us a block that is the size of last year's eventual block, right? Because we started with a smaller block of rooms. There were way more people who came to this thing than we expected, so those rooms filled up and they added to the block. We're getting the full maxed out block that we had plus about 10%. So a few extra rooms if this one's bigger than last year, which I expect it'll be.
Nice. Well,
so
that sounds
that's
fantastic.
all coming. So oh my gosh, look at all the people joining the server. Look at all you guys. You guys are awesome.
We got to get them out there. I'm excited.
So,
and we'll have ticket information soon. We'll have what's in those tickets. We'll have what goodies we're going to bring. Like all that stuff we'll have soon. So
exactly. And I've got some ideas for, since we did the Eden Complete Pitch Black Darkness, we did the axe throwing. I do have some ideas for things for this year, including a Mitsula suggestion of something called the Cannonball Vegas.
What the hell is that?
Which is where we rent a bunch of rascal scooters and go from one end of the strip to the other in a race.
Oh, I've seen this. I've seen people doing this before.
Yeah.
That must be a thing you can rent and pay for, I guess, right?
I don't know if it's official, but it's something that you can do.
I saw somebody doing this last year.
Really?
I didn't know why, but there was a group of like 15 people all in the little rascals.
All doing the little Cannonball Vegas. So anyway, so all this information and more coming at as soon as we have it. So
Open Bayou says Bird Box axe throwing. Sounds good. Let's get that going.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah, Bird Box.
How could anything go wrong with that?
Let's just Bird Box the whole weekend. Let's just make it constant blindness. Sure, Bird Box Vegas 2019.
Boy and girl will be there in attendance.
Ah, good. Well, they should be. All right, that's it for your update, everybody. More details soon on what more we plan to do.
Here in Discord and everywhere. So,
yep. In the meantime, we could use your support over at patreon.com/TMS. And as always, you can find us on frogpants.com/TMS for everything else you're looking for. You want to contact us, you can do it there. You want to find songs, you want to submit songs, you want to do all that kind of stuff, it's all right there. Hey, Brian, speaking of songs, take us out with one.
I will do that exact thing. Cami wrote in. She said, "Hi, Souffle and Bagel. It's Kei Katsumi in chat. Monday was my birthday, and I would love to hear a cover of one of my favorite songs, artist, or something in a similar goth or symphonic metal style. I really enjoy listening to TMS. It's one of the best ways to start my morning. Also, enjoy the weekly entertainment from Coverville, Skim, and Scott Screams. May you guys sound all sparkly for many years to come." Aw, signed Cami. I got a great Christmas card from Cami. So you're rad, Cami. Thank you so much.
Yes.
All right. Cami likes Within Temptation. And you know what? I like Within Temptation. So let's play some Within Temptation. In 2013, they released an album called the Q Music Sessions. They were all covers. And on there was this cover of Bruno Mars' Grenade. Here is Within Temptation.
We'll see you guys tomorrow. Regular Wednesday business. So show up. We'll see you then. This show is part of the Frog Pants Network.
Frog Pants Network.
Get more shows like this at frogpants.com.
A universe of good and evil.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
Want to describe us in a quick